Hello, welcome to Study Circle. Today we are going to read 7th Standard NCERT subject Civics, Chapter 1 Equality. Equality is a key feature of democracy and influences all aspects of its functioning. Voting in election is one aspect of equality. There are many areas where inequality still persists. Inequality existing in the society. Caste inequality. Caste system is one of the most common forms of inequality in India. Case study: caste-based inequality with Om Prakash Valmiki, a Dalit writer. When he was in class 4th, the headmaster asked Om Prakash to sweep the school and the playground all alone. The other children in his class were studying and he was sweeping. He was also asked to sit away from others in the class and that too on the floor. Religious inequality. There are religion based inequalities in societies when people from one religion don't allow others to use their rights. Case study: Mr. and Mrs. Ansari were looking to rent an apartment in the city. They visited an apartment and liked it very much and decided to take it. However, when the landlady found out their names, she started making excuses and then finally refused to rent her apartment. Recognizing dignity, unequal treatment. When a person is treated unequally, their dignity is violated. There are certain things like the caste, the religion, the class background, gender which determine the treatment given to them. All people deserve the same respect and dignity. Equality in Indian democracy. According to Indian Constitution, every individual in the country, including male and female person from all caste, religion, tribes, educational and economic backgrounds are recognized as equal. Provisions of the Constitution recognizing equality. Every person is equal before law. Every person has to obey the same laws. No discrimination. No person can be discriminated against on the basis of their religion, race, caste, place of birth, or gender. Equal access to all public places, such as playgrounds, hotels, shops, and markets, publicly available well roads, and bathing ghats. Abolition of untouchability. Except from Article 15 of the Indian Constitution, prohibition of discrimination on grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth. Article 15(1), the state shall not discriminate against any citizen on grounds of only of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, or any of them. Article 15(2), no citizen shall, on grounds only of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, or any of them, be subject to any disability, liability, restriction, or condition with regard to Number A. Access to shops, public restaurants, hotel, places of public entertainment, or Number B. The use of wells, tanks, bathing ghats, roads, places of public resort maintained wholly or partly out of state funds or dedicated to the use of general public. Implementation of such laws. The government tried to implement the equality that is guaranteed in the Constitution through two ways. First, through laws, and second, through government programs or schemes to help disadvantaged communities. For example, midday meal scheme, which refers to the program introduced in all government elementary schools to provide children with cooked lunch. This program had many positive effects. It increased the enrollment and attendance of poor children in school. Second, it reduced caste prejudice. Children of all castes in school eat this meal together, and at some places, Dalit women have been employed to cook the meal. Reason for existence of inequality. First, the slow change of attitude. People refuse to think of them as equal. Second, establishing equality in a democratic society is a continuous struggle. For example, in the USA, the African Americans whose ancestors were slaves who were brought over Africa continue to describe their lives through as largely unequal. Case study: Rosa Parks, born in 1913 and died in 2005, was an African American woman. She refused to give up her seat on a bus to a white man on 1st December 1955. Her refusal that day started a huge agitation against the unequal ways in which African Americans were treated and which came to be known as the Civil Rights Movement. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 prohibited discrimination on the basis of race, religion, or national origin. Interesting points of this chapter is that ragas are traditionally envisioned on divine or human form in romantic or devotional context by musicians and poets. Each raga is associated with a specific mood, time of the day, and season. The six main ragas are Vairab, Malkos, Hindol, Deepak, Megha, and Sri. Juthani is the autobiography of Om Prakash Balmiki, the famous Dalit writer. Universal adult franchise. It is based on the idea of equality because it states that every adult in a country, irrespective of their wealth and community, she or he belongs to has one vote. Midday meal scheme. Tamil Nadu was the first state to introduce midday meal scheme. In 2001, the Supreme Court asked all state governments to begin this program in their school within 6 months. Nothing is more disgraceful for a brave man than to live life devoid of self-respect. It is a quote by B.R. Ambedkar. Thank you.